I'm gonna tell you how to live stream like a pro so you can make live streaming a part of your content strategy to create a deeper connection with the people that are watching your videos. Let's go. I'm Nick Nimmin, welcome to Uscreen, where we help you monetize your videos online. When it comes to live streaming, I have to say, it is one of my favorite things. And I think that's because it's exciting when you're getting ready to press the live button and you know that right here in just a second, you are going to be on the spot, so to speak. And that your viewers are gonna be there watching and possibly even asking you questions. It's a blast. And it doesn't matter if you're streaming to YouTube or to Facebook or to Uscreen or to LinkedIn if you're one of the people that has access to that, or to Instagram or anywhere when you're live streaming on the internet. Streaming, it's just awesome. But live streaming does come with challenges, and those challenges are what I'm gonna help you with in this video. We're gonna talk about the equipment you need, how to prepare for your stream, and what to do after your stream is complete, starting with equipment. So when it comes to equipment, I'm not going to name specific makes and models because, things change over time, and you're a content creator, you know that this video is gonna be on the internet for quite some time. But as I go through this list of recommendations, it's important to just think about what it is that you are going to require based on what it is that you are trying to accomplish with your live stream. The first thing that you're going to need is an internet-ready camera. Most likely, you're going to be using your smartphone, a built-in webcam, which I have to say is probably one that you don't want to use, but it'll at least get you started if you want to, or an external webcam. Or maybe different combinations of one of the three or all three. Now, even though I mentioned those options, I do want to let you know that it definitely is possible to live stream with a higher end DSLR camera or a professional video camera, but we're not going to be talking about that in this specific video. If you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments. Now, regardless of the camera that you use, you're going to need to find a way to stabilize the footage as well. Now, if you're making a talking head type video where everything is just mounted and you're not moving around, then it's really easy to do with the tripod. But if you happen to be moving around a lot, let's say that you're showing people how to do something in a workshop or something like that, then in that situation, it's a really good idea to pick up a stabilizer. Stabilizers and tripods come in many forms, and you can go big if you would like, or you can also go with something small like a Gorilla Pod or a Switch Pod. And when it comes to the stabilizer, there are a lot of really good options for mobile phones, and you can find all of them on Amazon. When it comes to live streaming, you also want to make sure that you're being mindful of the framing as well. Just like you do when you make videos, you want to make sure that everything is pleasing to the eye, and you also want to make sure that you clean up the background a little bit before you go live, because people are going to be looking in the background while they're watching your live stream. And actually, as I said that, you probably even took a second to look in my background. The next thing that you're going to need, depending on which camera it is that you are deciding to stream with, is either a live streaming app or live streaming software for your computer. For example, Open Broadcast software, otherwise known as OBS, and Streamlabs OBS allow you to stream on all of the major platforms at the same time. StreamYard is also a great option for this, and StreamYard is, in my opinion, one of the easiest ways to live stream. If you're on a Mac, another great long-standing software is Ecamm Live. Ecamm Live also lets you stream to multiple locations at once. Now, since we did mention streaming to multiple locations, if your audience is in a bunch of different places on the internet, then in that situation, it might make sense for you. But one thing that I do want you to keep in mind is the more places that you stream to, the more and more difficult it gets to manage the comments from all the different locations that you're streaming to. In addition to that, there's also the calls to action that are platform specific. So for example, if you're on YouTube, you'd be asking people to subscribe as an example, where on Facebook, you'd be asking people to follow. So as an option, or something to experiment with, you might want to try live streaming to just one platform at a time before you try to just stream everywhere at once. This next one goes without saying, so I'm gonna get through this one really quickly for you, but of course you're gonna need a stable internet connection or enough data if you're using your phone. The last thing that you want, once you finally got all these people participating in your live stream and you're thinking to yourself, wow, I've never had this many people in a stream before, this is amazing, is for your internet to let you down and ruin everything. So because of that, just try to make sure that you're plugged in as much as you possibly can, or at least connected to a very strong Wi-Fi, or at least very close to the router itself. Because again, you don't want to lose it all because you want to sit on the sofa and have Wi-Fi instead of being in your office at your desk. The next thing that you're going to need if you are streaming on location, of course, is backup power. So for this, I recommend that you pick up some battery banks. And those battery banks can help you keep your stream alive when you happen to be in a scenario to where maybe you're streaming at an event or something like that, where you just don't have access to power. In situations like that, where a stream is really important for whatever it is that you happen to be streaming, I even go the extra mile. I use a LiveView Solo, which allows you to connect 2 different SIM cards in here. So it's like having 2 cell phones that you pull from, and this box creates a really strong signal. Now, when it comes to power, I take it even farther. Instead of getting like a little dinky power bank, I got this big, huge power bank with all these different connections in it and all of that to make sure that if I'm live somewhere and I'm streaming something that's important, that I don't lose the stream. Those might be overkill for what it is that you're trying to do. However, if you are streaming something really important, you might want to consider investing in similar things. And another thing that can be really helpful for you if you are streaming on location, or if you just want to improve the quality of your stream, is to invest in some type of external microphone. This is going to help you have better audio, and as you already know, audio is half of the video experience. Okay, so you've got all of your equipment together, you've got your background cleaned up. What's next? Well, of course, you're gonna have to pick your platform. Now, when you're first getting started, I really recommend, just because of the tech involved and just having to manage everything, that you stream to one place first. And the reason for that is because, like I mentioned before, you're gonna have less technical headache, it's gonna be easier for you to manage, and you can focus on one call to action for the specific platform that you're on instead of having to remember all of them. But here's a quick rundown of some options. Social media in general, where you can connect with your followers by going live on their favorite platform, which is great for content marketing. YouTube, where you can broadcast in real time to your subscribers. This is best used for promotion and marketing, but can also generate income based on super chats, for example. Twitch is a good option for connecting with gamers and people who like to watch other type of IRL or in real life streaming content. You can also generate income from Twitch as well once you get partnered, or you can stream to your very own SVOD, which is our specialty here at Uscreen. You use your own video platform to connect with your paying customers and provide even more value. Plus, you keep 100% of the profits. In case you're not sure about how to do that, I'm going to link a video in the description of this video and at the end of this video that's going to show you how to set up your own SVOD if that's something that you're interested in. The next thing that you want to do when you're getting into live streaming is, of course, you want to choose your framework. And what I mean by that is simply you just want to be clear on exactly what it is that you're going to be talking about when you go live, because the last thing that you want is to hit the live button and sit there blanked out, not knowing what it is that you're going to be talking about or the theme of the stream or anything like that. The next thing that you want to do is you want to create a stream guide. Live streams are fantastic for those in the moment, top of mind improv situations, just being able to kind of roll with the punches. However, when you're doing that, it can also lead to like really long rambles that really go off track from what your stream's about. To avoid that, or at least be able to pull yourself back in if you do happen to catch yourself rambling, one of the things that you can do is just go ahead and fill out some bullet points so that if you do end up rambling, then you can just refer back to those bullet points to bring you right back on track. The next thing that you want to do, especially if you're just getting started, is you want to make sure that you promote your live stream, because you want to let people know, hey, we're going live. When promoting your stream, you want to do it a couple days in advance, because you want to let people know, regardless of how many followers that you have, if it's a lot or a little, you want to let them know that you're going live so that they can make the room and what it is that they're doing in order to make sure to show up on your stream. When you're promoting your stream, you want to make sure to mention the platform that you're using, provide a link if you can, time and date that it's happening, make sure that you fill in the actual time zone as well, and the topic that you're going to be discussing. Now, if you're using a framework that requires audience interaction, one of the things that you can also do is you can share out a Google form to where people can fill in the specific things that you're wanting to know from them so that you can answer them on the live stream. If you don't get to all the questions in the form during the live stream, that's perfectly okay, because you can download the CSV of all the questions that people were asking, and then that will start to give you really deep insights over time of all of the things that your audience cares about. And as a quick note, when it comes to promoting your live stream, if you go live at the same days and times every single week, then just going live at those same days and times are also going to be a form of promotion for your live stream, because people are going to start to realize, hey, I know that at this day and this time every single week, if I want to participate in this live stream, I can. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you test everything. It's a really good idea to test all of the technical aspects of your live stream. And by testing all the technical aspects, what I mean is make a Facebook group or make a YouTube channel that you can stream to directly so that you can test all of the technical sides of what it is that you're doing with your stream. So you can make sure your streaming software works, and you can make sure that your camera's working well with your streaming software, and that when you hit go live, that everything works as it should. By doing this, it's going to help you get ahead of anything that can go wrong. And trust me, I've been streaming for a really long time. Things will go wrong. Even if you're an experienced streamer, or once you get experienced, you're still going to run into technical problems. So if you test everything beforehand, it's going to limit the amount of technical problems that you have have, but you're probably still going to end up with some technical problems. But it's okay if you have technical problems. It comes with the territory, and people are pretty forgiving when it comes to live streams because people do understand that it's a technical thing. Just try to avoid as many problems as you can through testing. The next thing you want to do if you are streaming for the sake of driving leads or sales is you want to make sure that you set up your lead capture software. If you haven't already, you want to make sure that you have your email list already set up. You also want to make sure that you have your landing page set up so that you can capture those emails. And the idea with this is, one, so that you can capture leads, two, so that you can generate sales, but also so that you can keep letting people know about your live streams when you go live. If you're using Uscreen, you don't even have to worry about this step because you can easily notify your subscribers by enabling the live event notification inside of your settings. And you can also integrate this into that Google form that I was talking about before. The next thing you want to make sure that you do when it comes to live streaming is just relax, because a lot of people are really intimidated when they first go live. I mean, it's understandable. You know, you're going live in front of a crowd of people or even another person, and it can be intimidating. But if you relax, it can be an extremely fun and exciting experience. And if you approach your streams with excitement, your viewers will too. Okay, so now let's move on a little bit. You went live, you went through the whole entire process, everything went fantastic, or maybe you ran into a little hiccup here and there, but you know, you're pretty happy with the thing and you're going to keep going. But what do you do after the stream is complete? In the hours after you finish your stream, you should respond to any unanswered comments, look for useful feedback, and save the video to your video library. Doing these things will help you increase engagement, and it'll help make your replays a little bit more valuable. Now for the awkward part. When your stream is complete and you've done all of the things in terms of answering your comments and all of that, one of the things that you want to make sure that you do is go through and watch the stream yourself. And that's why it's awkward, because as you're watching the stream, you're going to be hard on yourself. You're probably going to criticize yourself a little bit. Make sure you don't go too hard on yourself, but you want to go through and you want to identify things that you could have done better, or places where you possibly missed opportunities to highlight things that might be important to you or your audience. Take notes as you go through it, and by doing this, it's going to help you have a much better stream next time. Now, if you want to make money from your live streams, click the video on the screen now. And to learn ways to make money from your content, make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.